What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Adam Ross, and this is my first YouTube video. So, I'm gonna give you a little lifetime story about my dad. He's no longer with me right now. He actually passed last year when I was locked up. He had cancer. It all started in his appendix. If you don't know what that means, neither do I. But I got a phone call one day. He said my dad told me I got mad because he didn't show up for a visit. And he calls me when I'm there. He says, "Son, I'm sorry I didn't show up for the visit." I said, "Dad, it's okay." He said, "What you been up to?" I said, "Nothing." He told me, "Well, I got news to tell you." He said, "I got cancer." And once he told me that, it just like my whole body just went shutting out. And from right then and there, I just like knew, because I was messing up when I was locked up. I've been locked up. I was locked up for 2.5 years. I did like a year and a half of just doing all dumb shit. And I was fighting, arguing with staff, being rebellious. And when I found out my dad had cancer, I just had to do a whole 180. I'm not gonna do a 360 because if you do a 360, you're gonna go back to your old self. And doing that, it just pushed me to the point where like I wanted to keep pushing. And like I did this all because of him. Like I graduated high school. I'm looking to go to college. I'm looking into a family, and I want to carry on his legacy. He was 46 when he passed. Me and him had our hard times. We back in 2017 is when I got locked up. It's this is hard for me to talk about, and so I'm going to open up to the YouTube family now, cuz okay, first shout out to Lance Stewart cuz that is one of my idols. Uh Shout out to CJ Cool. CJ So Cool. That is one of my idols too. Uh Roman Atwood and a whole bunch of others. Uh Back to the story is like, so 2017 comes around, and I was not doing so well in the childhood life. My parents got separated and when I was at an early age. My brother and I did not get along. We fought. I witnessed him beat my dad up, and it rubbed off on me to where the point where it was I was beating my dad up. And it was like hard because when I seen what I did to him, how bad it hurt him and how bad it hurt me, it was like, what in the world could I have done to make it better? And when I did that, it was like, why would I do that to somebody I love? It's like, y'all probably don't know me. Y'all don't know me. But this is my first time doing all this stuff. But like, I'm doing this for him. I wanna carry on everything that he pushed me to be. Yes, we did not have the goodest of record until I got locked up. Because we had the best relationship when I was locked up. Like, we were close. And a couple months down the road, he got diagnosed in March. A couple months down the road into June, August, September, and October is where it got rough. And that's where they gave me home passes, where home passes are where you get to go home to your family for a weekend to spend time with them and have fun. Don't do nothing stupid because you can end up getting more time. Because I went with him, and this last home pass I had, no, the second to last home pass I had was 4 days before he passed. When I went back, knowing that my dad was going to die soon, it was hard, like harder than hell. I never thought my dad would be gone so soon. But when I seen that, and I believed that it happened, because I still believe to this day it was, I was been told by family members that it's your fault that your dad passed. It's your fault that he had cancer. It's your fault that you beat him. It's your fault all this and that happened to him. So that just puts a bearing on my shoulders, thinking I'm a bad guy when I don't know what to do no more. It's to the point where I was locked up and I tried killing myself. And I tried doing stuff that other teenagers normally don't do. And when that happened, it was like, what am I doing with my life? He told me to live my life the way I wanted to live it. And I don't want to live it like a living hell. I want to live it like a living golden. Live like it is golden. And when he told me one time before he passed, he said these couple words. Everything happens for a reason. And when he told me that, it like didn't click into my brain what he meant by that at that time. But as time go on, October 13th, 2019 came. 6:30 in the afternoon. Around phone calls time for when we get our phone calls. Let me remind you, my staff did not let me get my phone calls on time. They said that the supervisor was going to make your phone call. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of suspicious. So when that happened, I get in the treatment room. I talk to my grandma. She says, baby boy, everything's going to be okay. And then she told me the news that my dad had passed. And I was like, what? And I was like, I knew this was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen this soon. And when I seen and heard the sound and the pain in their voice when they told me, it was like, it broke me because like, I feel like I could have been there for them years ago. Because I was only supposed to do 3 to 6 months. And I ended up doing 2.5 years. Could have done longer. But I did it because I got my shit together and got ready and went out to my family. So now let's skip to February 18th, 2020. This year. I got released to my grandma. Me and my grandma did not have the perfect relationship when I was little. We did not get along very often, but I thought I could rebuild that relationship with her. But it didn't work out as I planned. Me and her, for the first month and a half, it worked pretty well. Went to school for about 3 weeks, then the coronavirus came, got school stopped, and everything just went slow. And from then, I was like, where do I go from here? And I wanted to stop trying for school and just go next year, but my dad told me no. I know my dad was going to say to me, if he was right next to me, at that time he would say, go graduate, go do what you got to do. And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, I got to do this for him. I got to do this for him. So when I graduated and walked across that stage, I had my dad's necklace on. The little bullet I have that has the Lord's Prayer with his ashes in it. And I walked across the stage. And the only reason I walked across that stage was because of him. I wouldn't have done it for anybody. I didn't want to do it for myself, honestly. I didn't want to do it because he wasn't there. I wanted to do it because he wanted me to do it. And that's it. I just want to say thank you and have a good day.